What a fantastic turnout. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Your Excellencies. Wonderful to have you all here. We've got some special guests from Saudi Arabia as well. Welcome to you. My name is Eleni Jokos. I'm an anchor correspondent at CNN. We met yesterday. What a fantastic start to the She Trades Summit. We're almost going to be concluding, but we've got a marathon day today, by the way. Many hours ahead of us. I will be with you for all of those hours. We're going to be discussing fascinating topics to make your lives easier, to get more funding for you, and we've got a very special announcement coming through today. We've discussed the gender disparities that exist, the persistent challenges that you face on a day-to-day basis. And I've got some numbers for you. I love numbers. I think they really put things into perspective. The World Bank estimates that formal women-led businesses currently face a credit gap of roughly $300 billion. That is absolutely enormous. So that impacts the work that you're trying to do. Women traders, interestingly, also face disproportionately higher access to information and markets, exclusion from male-dominated distribution networks. It really shocked me. I'm sure you experience this. And higher risk of abuse, including corruption and harassment at borders. But yet research shows that the women who externally export their goods earn 2.8 times more than women in the same industry who do not. So you've got to trade. It's in the numbers. So it's a no-brainer. This is the right industry for you to be in, and we've got to make it easier for you. So today, the World Trade Organization and the International Trade Center will jointly launch the Women Exporters in the Digital Economy. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This is an initiative that is going to absolutely change the game. I'm going to repeat this: Women Exporters in the Digital Economy. Now, it does create an acronym, WEIDE. I'm going to make you vote on how we're going to pronounce this later. This is probably going to be one of the quickest and easiest pieces of policy that the WTO will be able to get right. Unanimous voting. What do you think, Dr. Ngozi? So please, I don't want to hear the acronym name from anyone until we get the vote coming through. But as we kick off today, I'd like to welcome His Excellency Dr. Fani Ahmed Al-Zayudi to join me on stage. He's going to be taking a seat. He's the Minister of State for Foreign Trade, UAE. We'll be hearing from you from just a while. Please join us. You can take a seat. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General of the World Trade Organization. Ms. Pamela Coke-Hamilton, Executive Director of the International Trade Center. We're going to have you all seated here. Fear not, you're in good hands, I promise. And now, for the women entrepreneurs, where we will be hearing from, they're going to have a pitch for us. They're going to tell us what they're doing, what they're about, and it's all about these women. It's all about the entrepreneurs in this room. Ms. Ada Al-Mudaifa, Founder and CEO of Early Riser, please join us. Take a seat. Ms. Chilese Chewe, Founder and CEO of Travium Supplies. Oh, what are you supplying? We had a good conversation before this. Welcome. I didn't know you were going to be on stage with me. And Teni Majekodunmi, Founder and CEO of Eclectic Chic. Fantastic. And take a seat. All right, fantastic. Chilese, if you don't mind sitting towards the end, unless you'd like to start, and you can take a seat right at the end for me. Unless you'd like to MC, you're welcome. I've got a tough job. I've got logistical things I have to deal with. But it's my pleasure, as always, to welcome Dr. Ngozi to speak to us and open the session. A few words of wisdom. How many sessions have you had already, Dr. Ngozi?
How many?
How many? How many thousands? Always a star.
I just know that between now and 6 o'clock, I have about 6 more. Well, thank you, Eleni, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the women. Wow, so much energy in the room. Welcome to the men who support us. Woo! It's wonderful to see all of you. Excellencies, Minister Al-Zayudi, I've called you so many times today. Our wonderful host here, and Minister Al-Kasabi, who is here, and all the other ministers, thank you for gracing the occasion. Thank you so much for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the WTO-ITC high-level event on women and trade, which we're doing with my younger sister, Pamela, the Executive Director of ITC. Yeah. And especially to the launch of this groundbreaking initiative, one that embodies our collective commitment to empowering women entrepreneurs worldwide. The Women Exporters in the Digital Economy Fund, Eleni has said not to pronounce it, so I won't pronounce the acronym till we vote. It is such a delight to see so many of you here today. Indeed, this shows that the topic is important not just to us at the WTO and ITC Secretariats, but to all of you here. I want to thank all those who have made today happen, the staffs of the ITC who worked so hard, and also the WTO staff. And I must mention my gender advisor, Nicole Mensa, who managed it all from our side. I know Pamela will mention all her staff, so I don't want to steal the thunder from her. Over the last 3 years, I've met with women entrepreneurs across countries and continents, all of them with new and different ideas, exporting their goods or looking to access global markets. From the women entrepreneurs in Buenaventura, Colombia, producing teas, cosmetics, and other items, to those in Hanoi, Vietnam, producing medicines, pharmaceuticals, and other life-saving drugs. I saw women doing amazing things, coming up with innovative solutions to everyday problems, implementing sustainable solutions, and creating ingenious products. Through ingenuity and determination, many of these entrepreneurs, some of them in the room, have overcome formidable obstacles to bring their products to international markets. Yet, a common refrain among them is the need for adequate financing to scale their businesses and to tap into the vast opportunities of global trade. In fact, thanks to the work of ITC, we brought in over 200 women entrepreneurs from all over the world for the She Trade Summit that started yesterday. And many of you who were at the session would have heard some of the women repeating this same challenge and explaining how grants and funding have helped them expand their businesses. The challenges women face in accessing finance are stark, particularly in developing countries where financial inclusion remains a pressing issue. Research underscores the magnitude of this gap. Women have less access to basic financial services, and women entrepreneurs are more likely than men to rely on self-financing. The OECD finds that women do not apply for loans because they believe they will not be granted, that their applications will not be successful. When it comes to trade finance, for example, women-owned SMEs, according to our research, have a harder time securing trade finance than men. Eleni mentioned the number of 300 million as the gap from the World Bank. Well, the World Economic Forum reported in 2023 that the finance gap for women entrepreneurs is 1.7 trillion, so it's even higher. The repercussions of this disparity are profound, not only for individual entrepreneurs, but for entire communities and economies. We need catalytic solutions to solve the financing issue that women face. Because when women are empowered and when women trade, as Eleni said, great things happen. She mentioned the number of women who sell externally earn 2.8 times more than those who sell internally, and that is the case. And women who earn more invest more in their children and in their communities. The World Economic Forum found that if women were to participate in the economy in an identical manner to men, including in business and trade, global economic output would increase by an average of 35%. Just think of that, 35%. So let me repeat what I said yesterday. Empowering women economically is not just socially good, it is smart economics. However, amidst the challenges that women entrepreneurs face, there's a beacon of hope. The transformative potential of digitalization in trade. At the WTO, I often say the future of trade is services, it is digital, it is green, and it should be inclusive. Digital trade, and more specifically, digitally delivered services trade, as I said yesterday, is the fastest growing segment of international trade, growing at 8% per annum on average since 2005. In the era of digital trade, women, micro, medium, and small enterprises, young people, and developing countries who were left behind in the first wave of globalization have the opportunity to benefit now and do things differently. I'm so happy that we are in a part of the world where digital is king. In the UAE, in Saudi Arabia, in many of the Arab countries, they are taking digital seriously. And I think this is the right place to be to launch this fund. Digitalization presents us with unprecedented opportunities to empower women entrepreneurs, level the playing field, and foster inclusive growth. It increases the scale, the scope, and the speed of trade. It allows firms to bring new products and services to a larger number of digitally connected customers all over the world. Women coffee producers in Rwanda can now sell their goods online and make 3 times their income. Digitalization enables small firms to use new and innovative tools to overcome barriers to growth. It helps facilitate payments and enhances cross-border collaboration. At the WTO, we are confident that the combination of financing and digitalization can help women scale up their businesses and access global value chains. This is why, over a year ago, I spoke to Pamela about the need to do more. We needed to help women not just through small grants and training programs, but through financing that could help them scale up their businesses, create more jobs, and export. ITC has been doing an amazing job, and I'm so glad we are partnering with them here because they have the experience. The Digital Fund The Digital Fund represents a bold step towards harnessing this potential with a dedicated focus on leveraging digital technologies to empower women entrepreneurs. By providing targeted support, resources, and access to global value chains, we aim to catalyze sustainable economic growth, foster innovation, and drive tangible social impact. Today, as we inaugurate the $50 million Women in Digital Economy Fund, with an initial commitment of, I will leave it blank until I hear, with an initial commitment of blank dollars, I could not be more thrilled. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our partners and supporters, particularly the members of the GCC, more specifically our host, the United Arab Emirates, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, and all the Gulf, for their unwavering commitment to this cause. Your generosity serves as a beacon of hope for thousands of women entrepreneurs in developing countries, offering them the means to realize their aspirations and to contribute meaningfully to their communities and to the world. I call upon all stakeholders, governments, private sector entities, other international organizations, and even individuals to join us in this endeavor. Together, let us amplify our efforts, mobilize resources, and forge enduring partnerships to advance the cause of women in digital trade. In closing, let me ask that we reaffirm our collective resolve to build a future where every woman, regardless of background or circumstance, has the opportunity to thrive and prosper in the digital economy. The journey ahead may be challenging, but it is also exciting. With determination, solidarity, and innovation, we can create a world where women thrive because of the dignity of work. Let me thank you all, and I hope we have a very, very fruitful launch this afternoon. Thank you.
Dr. Ngozi, always wonderful to hear you speak. Honestly, I mean, every time it's like hearing you for the first time because you've got so much energy and you've got so much passion, and we're so lucky to have you, really. Round of applause, guys. I know you're feeling it. We all are. And just to your point, and I really want to hit this point because for me it's very important, when I travel across Africa, and again I go to villages and we mentioned this, you know, when I see women who are spending so much time on getting water or feeding their families and figuring out how to survive, when we see investment in these communities and we invest into the women in the villages, magic happens. It's absolutely true. Magic happens. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. My other favorite person here, of course, is Pamela Coke Hamilton. Round of applause, Executive Director of the International Trade Center, who will also be giving us a few thoughts.
Can you hear me? Yes? I am woman, hear me roar. Come on. Let's roar, women. We are here and we're going to launch this amazing fund. And I'd like to say good afternoon to everybody, especially to His Excellency, Dr. Tani Ahmed Al-Sedoui, for setting the stage for today's launch just now, for support throughout these past 2 days. And I'm very honored as well to be launching this alongside Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who from her first visit to Nigeria and She Trades, she's been an avid supporter and a champion. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. And through our partnership, I know we will really, truly raise the bar on gender and trade. I'm also delighted that we're being joined today by the inaugural donors to the fund. Thank you for putting your trust in this joint WTO-ITC initiative and for helping us herald the start of a new chapter in the digital transformation that has taken the world of trade by storm. While we may be the fund's hosts, it's the women-led businesses, some of whom you see on stage here, who we serve, who are its true champions and who have inspired us to take this step. After the past day and a half, I'm feeling even more inspired by the women entrepreneurs we serve, whose stories have left me optimistic for what's possible, but have underscored the urgency of acting right now to translate these possibilities into lasting change. Today, we still have a world where only 1 in 5 exporting firms are led by women. These firms have a harder time convincing finance providers to give them grants, loans, or other support to grow their businesses and trade. They also have fewer connections with buyers, suppliers, and other critical actors for their exporting needs. Why does this matter? It matters because the evidence shows that when women-led businesses grow and trade, as Dr. Ngozi said, they not only earn higher incomes and create more jobs, but they're able to provide goods and services that are better suited to societal needs. And participating in a digital economy is critical for making this all possible. At ITC, we've been thinking a lot lately about what the digital transformation has looked like since we opened our doors 60 years ago. We're 60 this year. Yay! Often surpassing our widest expectations. For instance, in 1968, just 4 years after ITC was formed, Stanley Kubrick's film, 2001, A Space Odyssey, introduced us to Hal, the famous AI character who was a critical part of a major space mission, but who also showed us the potential downsides of digital technologies when not done right. Today, we're in a new digital age, one that even the most visionary filmmakers are unlikely to have predicted. And while we know that caution is key, we're also seeing that when digital technologies are used properly, they can open exciting new avenues for small businesses in trade, including those led by women. These women-led businesses provide the food that's on our market shelves, the home decor that we put on our living room walls, the tourism services that help us make memories with our families, the communication technologies that are allowing us to forge new connections with people around the world, the scientific innovations that are powering every aspect of our lives, from healthcare to education. And the digital economy is creating opportunities for these small businesses that we could not have dreamed of even a few years ago. But here's the thing. As with so many technological advances, the benefits have not extended equally. And that holds true when we consider what the digital economy has meant for women-led businesses, which often struggle to obtain the finance they need to make the most of its potential along with the capacity to use it. Women-led businesses, as we've just heard, was now 1.7 trillion, right? So let's put it this way, there's a huge gap in the credit available to women and the ease with which they can get it. And that accounts just for those businesses that are in the formal sector. Let us not begin to talk about the number of women in the informal sector who are impacted every day by the decisions that we make. That number is staggering, but I want us to get behind the numbers for a little bit. It's easy to look at a figure like that and assume that we can't afford it, we can't fix it, there are too many problems, and we have to pay for other things elsewhere. But here's what happens when you actually start talking about people rather than just numbers, when you focus on what's important. Let me tell you a story. Nora Moreno is an entrepreneur in Cali, Colombia, helping other women who are using knowledge passed down through generations and indigenous materials to make products from accessories to wallets to handbags, and to do so sustainably. She took part in our e-commerce program organized by ITC She Trades Latin America and Ecom Connect, so she would have the digital skills and approaches to reach more entrepreneurs and further afield. And here's this thing with stories like Nora's. You can see that for each woman entrepreneur you support via the digital economy, you open the door to helping many more women as they achieve their business dreams and make their communities better. Every dollar that supports women entrepreneurs has an impact that multiplies and ripples across communities, regions, and the world at large. In fact, women are creators, you know that, right? We multiply. I mean, I don't want to be professional, so what's it called? Politically incorrect, but it's true, we multiply. It's what we do. And so once you give us something, we're going to multiply it and make it better. In fact, many of the new digital tools and technologies at our disposal are already helping us close the gender finance gap. For instance, She Trades now uses an online platform where women can see what financing options exist locally, what these require, and then make the connections with the right capital providers for their needs. This new WTO-ITC fund is the next stage in our commitment to close the gap that women-led businesses face for good, to help ensure that women are not cut off from the digital economy, but can instead shape it for the better. But we can't do this alone. We need everyone in this room to help us champion this fund and the ideals that underpin it. Now, I want to take you back to Nora and the story I told you earlier. With just a little support, she was able to go a long way and help other women do the same. That's a story that hits home for me. Not long ago, I had the pleasure of visiting Colombia, and I have precious memories of Cali, in particular, the women I met there, many of them just like Nora. I cooked Afro-Colombian dishes. I mean, to say I cooked is really a stretch, but I participated in a cooking exhibition to prepare dishes alongside them. I heard about their dreams and their aspirations, their fears and their achievements. They told me about their families and what they hoped to make possible for them. And I realized just how much we had in common. I grew up in a community where cooking together was a way of showing how we cared for one another. And I'm sure many of you as well. Where every dish we prepared was both a continuation of a long tradition and the start of a fresh new adventure. And when I went to Colombia, I experienced the exact same dynamic. I realized that the dishes we cook, the things we make, the stories we share as women have the potential to change minds, to change hearts, and to change lives. And in a world where too often we focus on what differences set us apart, finding what we have in common is a rare gift. We need more of that, and I sincerely hope that this fund can finally help us get there. I want to close by remembering one of our own, an inspiring young woman who left us far too soon. Cristina Collado Marti, or Chris as we knew her, joined our ITC team in early 2019 as a consultant. Cristina was part of that team that delivered the same project in e-commerce for women in Latin America. She put her heart and soul into the project and its beneficiaries. Chris is the person I think of when I hear the phrase, "Be the change you want to see in the world." In her amazing 31 years of life, she never stopped fighting for what was right. In her years at ITC, she did incredible work supporting women-owned businesses, pushing the boundaries of what was possible thanks to the digital tools and solutions available. We lost her only months ago in a tragic accident, and I wish from the bottom of my heart that she could have been with us for this fund launch today. So that's why I'm here today, not to merely launch a fund or give a speech or stand at the podium. I'm here to honor Chris's memory and all those who have fought before for something like this. And on behalf of all my staff working to empower women through digital trade, one SME at a time, I'm here for Nora and all the women in this room fighting for their rightful place in the marketplace of the world, one click at a time. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pamela. And we're so grateful we have someone like you at the head of the ITC helping navigate these tough waters and being a voice for everyone here in the room. Thank you so much. I'd like to welcome His Excellency Dr. Thani Ahmed Al Zayudi, the Minister of State for Trade, UAE. Round of applause.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Dr. Ngozi and Pamela, and Excellencies, good afternoon. May I begin by extending a warm welcome for those who I haven't seen yesterday and this morning. Welcome to UAE. So a week of what we will potentially have a very vital discussion on the global trade. The 13th Ministerial Conference of the World Trade Organization is another opportunity to not just reshape some of the rules of trading system, but to restate the case for trade as driver of growth and opportunity. The launch of the Women Exporters in the Digital Economy Fund is a case in point. This initiative allows us to celebrate the invaluable contribution of women entrepreneurs and women-led businesses around the world, and to recognize the critical role they play in driving economic growth, fostering innovation, and promoting sustainable development. Importantly, it also provides a platform to empower more women to engage in the global trading system. While women are one half of the world's population, they only contribute 37% to the global GDP. They continue to face inequalities and obstacles, especially when it comes to financing, preventing their businesses from scaling and seeking new global opportunities. The Women Exporters in the Digital Economy Fund is a collaboration between governments, intergovernmental organizations, and the private sector to help rectify it. Improving access to finance is a key goal. By closing the funding gap, women-led businesses will be able to commit the investments their business needs and boost competitiveness of their products in the global market. GCC, UAE, in partnership with the WTO and ITC, is at the forefront of these efforts. Yesterday, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, our foreign affairs ministers, announced a fund of $10 million will go to a couple of funds that under the WTO. We're going to allocate $5 million out of it to the Women Exporters in the Digital Economy Fund. A pledge that reaffirms our commitments to advancing women's economic empowerment. This new fund will enable pioneering women entrepreneurs to find the capital they need to turn ideas into successful and growing companies. It will help unlock the new opportunities for women and women-led businesses to harness the power of trade to find new markets, acquire new capabilities, enhance their products and services. It will also accelerate progress toward achieving our inclusiveness and sustainable development goals. I'm looking forward to working with you all on creating a future where every woman has the opportunity to fulfill her potential contribute to her community, and thrive in the global economy. Empowering women in trade is a key to unlocking the full potential of the global economy. Thank you so much, and all the best.
Grab your mic, Dr. Ngozi. What do you think? $5 million goes to your fund?
A fabulous start.
Fabulous start. Round of applause. I'm so excited. Yeah?
Wonderful, wonderful. We are waiting for more.
We were waiting for more. Great starts. Dr. Thani, Your Excellency, fantastic. Thank you. We've got fantastic entrepreneurs here with us on stage. How do you feel that you're with the best of the best? Huh? It's such an honor, right? I know, I always say you put people in the right place, they absolutely shine, and you guys are shining. Okay, we're going to hear from you in just a moment. We're going to do 3-minute pitches for us. But before we do that, I want you to vote. Now, we mentioned this acronym, which is, you know, could create a bit of a dilemma. Women exporters in the digital economy. As an acronym, it's WEIDE. We're going to throw around some options, and then we're going to get the audience to vote. What are you thinking, Dr. Ngozi? Weeder? Okay, weeder. I think wide. I'll tell you why. I'm thinking widen the fund, widen, I don't know, I'm putting it out there. Or am I crossing over? Does anyone say no to you? I'm so sorry. Am I going to get fired? What do you think, Pamela? Wide. Dr. Thani? Wide? All right, so those are 2 options. We don't want to go against your wishes, though. I feel so bad. I'm good. Okay, all right, so we're going to get you to vote. Are you guys ready? Options, wide or wider? Wade. What did you mention, Dr. Ngozi? Wade. Weeder. Okay, weeder or wide? All right, so you guys ready? You ready? Okay. Weeder. No, pick up your hands. This is a voting system. Weeder, okay. Wide. Are you keeping your hand up for both? Does that count? All right, are we settling on wide? Right? Fantastic, you've just voted. Was this the quickest decision at the WTO? Was this it? I like this, yeah. You should get me involved. I get people to vote, pick up their hands, it's done. Khalas, that's it. All right, wide. Welcome to the launch of Wide, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now, let me get my notes. I'm sorry, this is going to be a logistical, interesting moment for me because there's lots happening today. We're going to call our fabulous entrepreneurs up to speak. Would you like to go to the podium? How do you guys feel? No pressure. Podium? Okay. I'd like to welcome Ada Al-Mutaifa, founder and CEO of Early Riser. We're going to have a bit of a pitch. We're going to listen to what the business is about. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Hi, everyone. It's such an honor to be here. My name is Aida Al-Mutaifa, and I come to you from the Kingdom of Bahrain. I represent my company. It's called Early Riser. We are the only manufacturers of granolas and nut butters in the Kingdom of Bahrain. So we've come a long way. I started Early Riser 2 years ago from my small apartment kitchen in 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. I was 6 months pregnant with my first child, and I had a full-time job. I know it's not the ideal time to start a business, but just to cope with what was happening in the world, I immersed myself in the kitchen doing what I love most, which is baking granola specifically, since it has always been my go-to breakfast. But I just noticed that the market really lacked healthy options out there. So I started experimenting, and I started sending the batches that I made to family and friends until the demand quickly exploded. So one random morning, I woke up and I told my husband, let's just start an Instagram page and start selling granola just for fun. And without any hesitation, the adventurer in him looked at me and he told me, let's do it. So it took us 2 weeks and only $1,000 to source the ingredients, to call it Early Riser after our lifestyle, and start taking orders. And after 8 months of doing better than expected, we added a nut butter line, and I would never have imagined in a million years we'd be where we are today. Today, I'm so proud to say that we manufacture in a 200 square meter facility. We are in almost all supermarkets in Bahrain, from Lulu Hypermarket, Tamimi, Danube, and other huge hypermarkets. We supply to cafes and gyms. We export all over the world through our website orders. We're the #1 best-selling brand in our category. We're an e-commerce platform such as Talabat and Jahiz. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's still surreal to me as well. And it's a family-run business, so I work alongside my husband and my 2 little brothers. They're not so little anymore, but they're little to me. So our next steps for Early Riser is that we're hoping to have our products and retailers cross borders to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, starting with Saudi Arabia and this beautiful country, the UAE. And we're currently working to make it happen. And we're so happy to hear about the fund that has been launched today, which I have no doubt will help women and entrepreneurs just like me with huge dreams to achieve their export goals. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Come take a seat. And how lucky you are that you've got Saudi Arabia's Minister of Commerce, Al-Kasabi here. I mean, look at and you've got Minister here as well from the UAE. I mean, how lucky. Yeah? You can go pitch straight away. You didn't happen to pack some granola bars with you.
I do have
You do?
samples.
I want someone to try. Well, there we go. You've got your potential. Hand them out. Fantastic. Okay, I'd like to now welcome Ms. Chileshe Chewe, founder and CEO of Travium Supplies. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you so much to WTO and ITC for this opportunity to just talk about my business and what we do, how far we've come, and where we're coming from and where we're going. My name is Chileshe Chewe, and I am the founder and CEO of Travium Supplies. We are a food manufacturing company which is based in Lusaka, Zambia, and I manufacture various products which range from marinades, sauces, vinegar, and the amazing part about our products is that we use honey as one of our key ingredients in making them because we believe in the yummy way and the healthy way of you enjoying your meal. I started this business in 2019 when I was just 25 years. And I was very fortunate enough to work with She Trades when I initially started. And they helped me get into various retail stores and chain stores in Zambia. So we initially started off with 8 stores in Zambia. But now I'm proud to say that we are in all the retail and wholesale stores across Zambia. And not just that, we are also exporting our products to South Africa, where we are in the retail stores. We are also exporting our products to the USA, and we are also exporting our products to Botswana, where we are in all the retail stores in those particular countries. And thank you. It's been such an amazing journey, and as you know, being an entrepreneur is not always an easy journey, but we are grateful to God that we are still standing and we're still growing strong. And we would love to see our products into many more other countries like the Saudi Arabia, the UAE. That is the reason why we are here. And so we're hoping that we could make those particular connections. And when we heard about the WTO and ITC fund, we were very excited because I believe that this was an opportunity to actually make my dreams come true, because with this particular fund, I believe that it's going to help us scale up our business. And you know, the interesting part about how our business is run and how we manage to find our distributors that distribute our products is our distributors, we found them on social media. We actually use a lot of social media platform when we are putting out posts and just to communicate to our customers and to just get feedback from our customers. So from those social media posts, our distributors actually approached us and told us that they liked our products and they wanted to distribute them in those various countries. And since then, we've been growing so strong with our particular distributors. So I would like to actually encourage all women in here that please use your social media wisely and also take advantage of the WTO and ITC fund to scale up your businesses so that you can go to greater heights. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. What are some of the most popular products?
Oh, actually, we won, the popular product is actually the lemon and herb, which is the marinade, and we won the Best Product of the Year award for it.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Chileshe. Take a seat. That's fantastic. Meanwhile, I'm just cooking for my family, not thinking about starting a business, you know? Gotta think bigger, wasting my time. I'd like to welcome Ms. Tenny Majekodunmi, founder and CEO of Eclectic Chic. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really, really pleased to be here. Thank you so much to the organizers for having me. My name is Tenny Majekodunmi, and I'm from Nigeria. No bias. My business is called Eclectic Chic. I founded this business in 2012, 11 and a half years ago, after a family tragedy. I looked within and I founded this successful business. It's now a social impact fashion accessories brand. We make products like what I'm wearing, but it's all done from hand, and we employ over 100 artisans in Nigeria. In the last 12 years, or 11 and a half years, we have started with $500, and we've grown the business now exporting to 3 continents. It's been an amazing journey. It's been a fantastic one. It's been also one of passion that has grown into a hobby, and from a hobby, it became a fully fledged business. From a place of sadness, became something that was able to grow and help other people. And that was one of the main things, reasons why I started this business. Now it's been interesting to see the growth and to be able to leverage a lot of other platforms and a lot of digital skills to be able to grow the business to where it is today. With the fund and coming of the WTO-ITC fund, it would be amazing for us to be able to help a lot more women increase the fashion tech and also employ over 100 more artisans. And so to be able to scale the business to where we really want to get to, it would be phenomenal if we're able to access funds like this. In closing, because I don't want to take up too much space, I know a lot of people have spoken, one of the things that I am really just excited about is to be able to get other women entrepreneurs to be able to join in this cause, or this movement that I like to call it. And I'm quite excited to see where the future holds. So thank you so much once again for having me, and I look forward to the future.
Fantastic. We can find you on Instagram if we're interested in your outfits. We can find you on Instagram if we're interested. Okay.
So the business is all online?
Asking for a friend.
Yes. Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. Wasn't that incredible? Wow. Fantastic. Okay, so does anyone want to comment? Pamela and Dr. Ngozi? Yes. Sorry, I always put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
I'm not on the spot. I think this is probably one of the most interesting sessions I've been in today.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up from Minister of Commerce for Saudi Arabia, Majid Al-Kasabi, who'd like to say a couple of words. You want to come up on stage, or should I come down with the microphone? You can be relaxed. You're going to come up before we wrap up? He's been watching very closely. It's always important to have Saudi Arabia with us in our midst.
First of all, congratulations. This is a milestone initiative, and it's really a testament of multilateral cooperation. So thank you. And also thank you for promoting hope and promoting role modeling that could be beneficiary for all the women in the world. And Saudi Arabia is dedicated to support all women empowerment. Since His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed initiated and launched Vision 2030, just for you to know, Saudi Arabia were the last country in the world in 2018 by the World Bank report. We were ranked, our score was 25 out of 100. Today, our score is 71 out of 100. Our laws also is gender blind. And I just want to share with you that 45% of a small and medium enterprise are owned by women. So my last note, we say back home, women is not only represent 50% of the population, but they are also responsible to raise the other 50%. So they're the whole population. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And Minister, I hope next time I see you, we'll be talking about investment into the fund. Hopefully. Yes? I'm very bold, Dr. Ngozi. I'm going to try raise funds for you. That's what's going to happen. Okay, we have to wrap this up. We've got the sign. We're going to take a photo. This is photo time. Please stand. Everyone in front. Guys, you can keep egging us on, getting excited. It's exciting moments. Here we go. There we go. Say wide. And there. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Dr. Thani, His Excellency. Thank you so much, Dr. Nkosi. Thank you so much, Pamela. Thank you to our wonderful entrepreneurs. We hope that we'll see the granola bars in Saudi Arabia soon. Yes? Yes? There we go. See a conversation, magic. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. See, magic is about to happen. We've got the Minister of Commerce. There we go. You're sampling. You see, this is what happens when you're in the right room, the right place at the right time. We are just going to wait for 2 minutes before we start our next session. You guys can just relax. And we'll be back. 2 minutes. Don't run away. Director General Ngozi and Pamela, if I could just have you in front here, please. We need to take a photograph with the entrepreneurs, I think. Hi, hi. Dr. Ngozi.